Let's talk about James Harden. He's one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history, but despite that, he's been criticized and hated for requesting trades here and there. Being named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team proves how good he is, but the fact is that Harden will not receive the respect he deserves until he wins an NBA championship. Harden won the MVP award in 2018 and has led the league in scoring for 3 seasons, something that only 5 players in NBA history have done on more occasions. But before we get into the 2023-24 NBA season, where I personally believe James Harden is in the best possible position to finally win a chip, let's take a look back at his NBA career. James Harden was a standout prospect at Artesia High School in Lakewood, California, leading the team to back-to-back California state titles while averaging 19 points and 8 rebounds per game. Harden had numerous college offers and decided to go to Arizona State University. He took over the team in his freshman season, playing more than 34 minutes per game, averaging 17.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game that season. He was named first team All-Pac-10, the conference All-Freshman team, and the first team All-District by the NABC and the USBWA. Harden was one of the most exciting players going into his sophomore year, appearing on many preseason All-American lists and on the cover of the Sports Illustrated College Basketball Preview issue. In a nutshell, he was a rising star going to be ready for the NBA. He elevated his game that season. He had a 40-point game and finished with 20.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. He was named the Pac-10 Conference Player of the Year and a consensus All-American. After his sophomore season, Harden hired Rob Pelinka as his agent and declared for the 2009 NBA Draft.
With the third pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select James Harden of Arizona State University.
Harden was selected by the Oklahoma City Thunder with the 3rd overall pick after the Clippers selected Blake Griffin and the Grizzlies selected Hasheem Thabeet. The Thunder hit the jackpot on draft night for the 3rd consecutive season after getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Harden was another great addition to the team, but like most rookies was given a bench role and played around 13 minutes per game. Harden had a good rookie season, but nothing too spectacular. He finished his rookie season averaging 9.9 points and 3.2 rebounds per game, which got him a spot on the All-Rookie second team. He shot 37.5% from three-point territory, recording the 4th highest three-point percentage in NBA history for a player under the age of 21. But then Harden had his breakout season in just his 3rd year. He won the 6th Man of the Year award in 2012 after putting up 16.8 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 3.7 assists in 62 games. Him, KD, and Westbrook were straight balling. Remember the pizza rolls meme? The Thunder even made it all the way to the NBA Finals that season, and Harden had a significant role, averaging 16.8 points on 41% shooting from the field. However, they would lose to LeBron and Miami's Big Three, but despite their loss, the fact that they got to the finals is actually amazing. They have a proven young core that they could build around. But then things took a different turn. Harden was definitely a rising star in the league, and because of that wanted a bigger role and paycheck to stay in OKC. Thunder GM Sam Presti was aware of his potential and importance to the team, but still let Harden slip away. The Thunder offered him a 4-year, $55.5 million deal, but that was less than the max he was eligible for. Not willing to take the pay cut, Harden was traded to Houston, where Morey, then Houston's general manager, believed Harden would revive the Rockets franchise. To back up his belief, Morey signed Harden to a 5-year, $80 million extension days after completing the trade. Thunder GM Presti sent James Harden, Daquan Cook, Cole Aldridge, and Lazar Hayward to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Kevin Martin, Jeremy Lamb, and 3 future draft picks. With full reins given to Harden, he would go on an absolute tear in the next few years. Harden delivered on that deal from Morey and the Rockets, racking up All-Star appearances, 3 scoring titles, and the 2017-18 Most Valuable Player Award, while the Rockets became perennial contenders, never missing the playoffs during his first 8 seasons with the team. In his first game with the Rockets, he became the first ever NBA player to score 37 or more points while registering a double-digit assist total in his team debut, posting 37 points and a career-high 12 assists. Later that season, Harden made his first All-Star appearance. But as Harden was getting better individually every year, the team needed to catch up, particularly the coaching and the supporting cast. The Rockets started the 2015-16 season with a 4-7 record, which got head coach Kevin McHale fired and replaced by JB Bickerstaff. McHale was blamed for the slow start, and he actually thought that Harden showed up to camp overweight to get McHale fired in retaliation for benching him in the Clippers playoff series that they lost the year prior. James Harden played great under Bickerstaff, averaging 29 points, 7.5 assists, and 6.1 rebounds to join LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Oscar Robertson as the only players in NBA history to average at least 29 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in a season. But come the playoffs, the Rockets could not get past the loaded Warriors team. The next season, the team named Mike D'Antoni as the new head coach, and that was the beginning of Harden's best era. D'Antoni moved Harden to the point guard position and let Harden play iso ball. This elevated Harden's game even more. James would surpass Hakeem Olajuwon for most triple-doubles in a Rockets uniform. The highlight of the season came when Harden scored 53 points, 17 assists in a 129-122 win over the New York Knicks, becoming the first player in NBA history to finish with a 50, 15, and 15 stat line. He finished the 2016-17 season with 22 triple-doubles and became the first player in NBA history to finish the regular season with at least 2,000 points, 900 assists, and 600 rebounds. He led the league in assists and finished second in the MVP voting behind Russell Westbrook. Then came the 2017-18 season, the best one of Harden's career. Harden signed a 4-year contract extension with the Rockets for approximately $160 million, giving him a total 6-year deal with $228 million guaranteed, which was the richest contract in NBA history at that point. He went on to become the first player in team history to score at least 20 points in each of the team's first 20 games of the season, and he took that run to 30. Around Christmas that year, Harden had back-to-back 50-plus point games. He missed a couple of weeks in January, but when he returned, he became the first player in NBA history to score 60 points as part of a triple-double. The Rockets finished the regular season as the #1 seed for the first time in franchise history with a franchise-best 65-17 record. Harden won his first scoring title, averaging 30.4 points per game, and was named the league's MVP. It seemed like all the hard work and time to rebuild was starting to pay off ever since he was traded from OKC years ago. The Rockets had the best player in the league, a great supporting cast, and head coach. This Rockets team was not only built around James Harden, but was also built to beat the Golden State Warriors.
And when I talk about basketball, I talk about it because those years I was in Houston, we played the entire season to get ready for one team, for Golden State, right? We played the entire season. Our defensive game plan, our offensive game plan, every single game was to get ready for Golden State.
But Golden State proved to be too good. Harden took the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals, and despite having a 3-2 lead, the Rockets lost to the Warriors, which will be remembered by Houston's 27 consecutive three-point misses. The following season, Harden set an NBA record by scoring at least 5 three-pointers in 12 consecutive games. Later in the season, he would then score a career-high 61 points in a 114-110 win over the New York Knicks and had a run of 32 consecutive games with at least 30 points. He had a total of 56 such games and finished the season as the leading scorer with a career-high 36.1 points per game, proving once again that he was the best player in the league at the moment. He did the same in the 2019-20 season, averaging 34.3 points per game, but the Rockets were eliminated in the first playoff round for the second consecutive season. James Harden was one of the best, if not the best player in the league at the time, but he just wasn't winning with the Rockets. After 8 years, Harden had started to feel doubts about his future in Houston. His split with Westbrook before the 2020-21 season effectively marked the end of his tenure, and Morey stepped down from his position in October 2020. And so Harden demanded a trade, with Brooklyn as his preferred destination to team up with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. But as a business, the Rockets didn't want to trade Harden without getting the best possible value out of him, so they were in no rush. Harden boycotted in a sense as a result. Harden would delay his arrival to training camp for a week, hanging out instead with rapper Lil Baby in Las Vegas. Days before the team's season opener, Harden violated the league's health and safety protocols by attending a private indoor party, which resulted in a $50,000 fine by the NBA. Yet, he played in the Rockets season opener and dropped 44 points. He put up at least 30 points in his next 2 games before he was a late scratch in his 4th game because of an ankle injury. After months of trade speculation and reports about his unhappiness, Harden's production during his final 5 games in Houston plummeted, 17.4 points on 37.8% shooting, while the Rockets dropped 4 of 5 games. After the loss on January 12th that season, Harden told reporters the Rockets weren't, quote, just not good enough. After only 8 games in the 2020-21 season, Harden's wish came true and was sent to the Brooklyn Nets in a 4-team deal. He joined Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to form a big trio in Brooklyn. The Nets traded away a pair of promising young players though in Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, as well as 4 first-round picks and 3 pick swaps. And Harden's time with the Nets is one of the NBA's biggest what-ifs in recent memory. Harden had an excellent start for the Nets, recording 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists to become the 7th player in NBA history to record a triple-double in a team debut. Harden had 12 triple-doubles with the Nets that season, recording his 140-point game. He finished the season averaging 24.6 points and 10.8 assists per game. The Nets were so close to reaching the Eastern Conference Finals, but lost in the second round against the Milwaukee Bucks in 7 games. Nets GM Sean Marks spoke of a plan to ink Durant, Harden, and Irving to contract extensions in the summer of 2021, but only Durant signed on. The next season, Kyrie's decision to not take the COVID-19 vaccine made him ineligible to play in New York City and limited his availability during the 2021-22 season. The trio ended up playing just 16 games together across the 2 seasons. Harden did not want to publicly request a trade, but it was clear that he wanted out of Brooklyn. The team could not stay healthy together, and so Harden wanted to be in a better position to ultimately win a championship. The Sixers hired Morey as their president of basketball operations in November 2020, a month after he left the Rockets, and when Ben Simmons wanted out, Morey set his eyes on Harden. Harden was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers along with Paul Millsap in exchange for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round selections. It seemed like the perfect scenario for him as he joined Joel Embiid on the Sixers team. And soon after joining the Sixers, Harden made his 2,561st career three-pointer to pass Reggie Miller for 3rd place in total NBA career three-pointers made. He would finish the season averaging 21 points and 10.5 assists per game, but the Sixers failed to beat the Miami Heat in the second playoff round. In the offseason, Harden re-signed with the 76ers on a 2-year, $68.6 million deal that included a player option for the 2023-24 season. He and Embiid made one of the best tandems in the league, and Harden led the league in assists with 10.7 per game. He did enjoy sweeping the Brooklyn Nets in their first playoff round before losing to the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series despite having a 3-2 lead. It was another huge blow for Harden and the Sixers, but things got even worse in the offseason. Harden was willing to sacrifice part of his money to help the Sixers bring in players who might help them win the championship. Harden opted out of the $47 million he was owed, and he told Sixers GM Daryl Morey to sign whoever the team needed so they can contend. Apparently, Morey did not do his part of the deal, and Harden openly called him a liar and said that he would never play for him again.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I would never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I would never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
He was ready to do whatever it took to get out of Philly, and when Morey realized that, he traded Harden to the Los Angeles Clippers. Many criticized Harden for another trade request and pointed him out as the problem wherever he goes. He had a slow start with the Clippers, but once he and the rest of the team clicked, the Clippers went on a 9-game winning streak. Harden is now with Russell Westbrook and Paul George, who are 2 other superstars still searching for their first championship. Kawhi Leonard has won a pair with the Spurs and the Raptors, and the Clippers seem like a team that could go all the way this season assuming everyone's healthy. Harden looks like he dipped in the fountain of youth, and the team is meshing smoothly around him. With 4 All-Stars on the roster and solid role players like Zubac and Norman Powell, the Clippers look like a championship contender. But Harden is already 34 years old, and the window is closing on him, so the time is now. Do you think James Harden can win a championship with the Clippers? And do you blame James for requesting trades when the team isn't in the best possible position to win a championship? I would love if you could leave a like on this video. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.